Put This On, Season 2, Episode 41, where we watch guys... Damn
He was
Guys
looking
Grocery
dead.
Games.
We knew it was going to happen.
Season 15, Episode 4. I'm Chris Lorenz, and...
This is James.
Massimo Bottura.
Harrison Hoffman.
And a returning guest.
Noah Singer.
Not terrible.
Wow. Interesting hot take.
That's my hot take. Not
It's an
terrible.
unusual positive Chris Lorenz.
This was great for all the wrong reasons.
Oh, man.
I thought it was kind of entertaining. It wasn't like garbage.
It really wasn't. It was.
That's exactly.
This is
that's
a
the
show.
positive thing I could say about it.
What are guys' grocery games?
I do have a show description over here.
Oh, hit me.
Oh, yeah.
Guy Fieri sends 4 talented chefs running through the aisles in a high-stakes, high-skills grocery store cooking competition. The chefs are hit by real-world challenges, like finding workarounds when the essential ingredients are suddenly out of stock, or having to create a masterpiece when you can only cook with 5 items or less or on a $10 budget. In the end, the food does the talking, as the last chef standing has a chance to make some serious dough. That's Guy's Grocery Games on Food Network.
That description is a little giving.
Yeah.
Real world challenges.
So challenging.
Sometimes you just gotta scrape together all the random ingredients you have at home and just make whatever for dinner.
And out of the box pizza.
Yeah, like an out of the box
You know,
pizza.
You're in your house. You're like, you want pizza, but you don't have any pizza dough. So you got to do what you got to do.
And you don't have time to go down to the Flavortown Market and get some more.
Flavortown.
For those of us following along at home, there's a challenge where they say, go make a pizza, P.S. there's no dough.
That's way later. That's like the last challenge.
Yeah.
You guys are all over the map right now.
Yeah, we were just
Bring
set
it
up a
home,
joke.
James.
We set up a
Man,
joke.
usually the host brings us back in at this about
All right,
this time.
I'm taking the reins.
He's reining it in.
It's reining
Did he wait?
in.
Did Max just take
Well,
ownership of the host duties?
We should have just
This
brought up the first
episode is called Pizza Palooza. They
Four
have
pizza masters.
four pizza masters, pizza professionals, one might say.
What qualifies you as a
I-
pizza master?
I had the same question.
I don't think the girl was a professional chef.
She
don't
won
think
like some sort of
She was
competition.
in some sort of pizza competition. Does not make you
Oh.
a professional chef.
Okay, she was a pizza championship gold medalist, but she won for like pizza aerobics or pizza acrobatics.
Yeah, she did.
Which
other-
means like
Pizza
she
aerobics.
she throws it up in the high, really.
Wait,
up in
what
the air
are
really
pizza
high.
acrobatics? Is that like how well you can like toss the dough?
I assume.
oh,
that.
yeah. Dude,
Oh, that sounds crazy
Dude,
as shit.
I've definitely seen some videos of this kind of stuff on YouTube, and like they have these like insane like pizza tossing routines and stuff like to music. It's like a whole
The
insane
whole thing?
competition.
Do they cook the pizza
I don't
too?
think she
No,
was
they just, like- they just,
actually
like-
a chef.
They just like toss around the dough and they dance with it, kind of. It's crazy. It's insane.
It's cheerleading, but with pizza.
It's a pizza cheer
A peer
palooza.
leader. Pizza leader.
I don't know. So there's some kind of pizza people.
Yeah.
On the show.
other
There's
three
four
were
of 'em.
definitely like pizza makers. Like one.
Oh yeah.
Two people were from New York, I believe.
One dude was from Brooklyn for sure.
Yeah, the guy was from Harlem.
Other one from Harlem.
And then there was somebody from where? Chicago.
She's from Ohio, known for
Oh.
its pizza.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
The
everyone
pizza
knows
championship.
Ohio has
Ohio.
the best pizza.
So the first challenge, Guy Fieri brought out some like spinners with like different ingredients on them. The first one had like a bunch of like really fancy ingredients, like foie gras, and the eventual winner was Wagyu beef,
Ribeye too.
ribeye beef. And then the second one had a bunch of disgusting ingredients you don't want on a pizza. I don't remember what they all were, but grape jelly was the one that won.
I think mayo was on that one too.
I feel like mayo I'd want on pizza more. Like
You could
mayo's
make
a
some out of
nice
mayo.
you,
fat.
could, you could make some with that mayo.
Right.
Definitely
Grape
mayo.
jelly's just like sweet, like unless I'm making like a dessert
dumbest.
kind of pizza, like I don't. Want
And it
that on
wasn't
a pizza
fancy
at all.
grape jelly. It was Welch's.
Well, you could get whatever
Grape
kind
I
of
think it
grape
was
jelly
any
you
grape
want.
jelly you want.
Okay, I have the World Pizza Game statistics.
The what statistics?
The World Pizza Game statistics.
That's
on
wait.
this,
What is this World Pizza Games thing?
Yeah,
It's
Oh, that's
the
what she has the gold medal.
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's a 4-time winner for fastest dough stretch,
Wow.
and a 1-time winner for largest dough stretch.
So she's fast and
really
can make
good
really
at-
big dough.
She's really good at dough, which makes the rest of this episode even stranger.
Yeah, and we'll get into that.
She definitely seemed just like a person that made pizza at home frequently.
Or,
not like
just, maybe
not-
once a year. Either
like
way.
not. Who knows? I feel like she
knows?
made some good pizza, so I feel like she's got to be making some pizza at some point. But she definitely didn't seem like she knew anything about pizza.
Right. So it's this grape jelly and beef pizza, Wagyu beef pizza to start. Just insane.
Yeah.
I freaked out when they announced these. This is just,
There's some
This is a
inventive
shame.
pizzas here, I thought.
ugh.
There was a pizza that had literal grapes on it.
Oh, yeah.
And then there was
Why would you do that?
That was the one, guys. Like, he went with real grapes, what kind of cheese? Some kind of cheese, I don't know.
I
And then
think
the
it was
beef.
just regular cheese.
Just like
there was
normal
a
cheeses,
different
mozzarellas.
pizza that had goat cheese in it.
Yeah, goat cheese pizza. I thought sounded good. Ended up not looking that good.
Chefs did
He
not
put
like the
too
goat
he
cheese.
put too much goat cheese on it was the thing.
And he only put a tiny amount of jelly in that whole thing.
You're totally right. When he's making this, it looks like he's got his wine reduced sauce or whatever.
Sure.
Then he takes a scoop of Welch's Concord grape jelly, like one little spoonful, plops in. He's like, I guess I'll put this in here.
I mean, that's kind of what I would do, though. He didn't know the rules.
That was like one of the best product placement shots, though.
The whole show's a product placement shot.
It's just a grocery store.
Right, it didn't have to be.
It's a grocery store that they built for the show, though.
It's totally a fake grocery store.
I feel like that's grocery store. Like I thought we could talk about this now.
The
but
name of the grocery
it looked
store-
pretty big.
Okay, so it's a grocery store with
Guy's
about
Grocery.
like 5 aisles, and it's called Flavortown Market, is what they're referring.
it really?
To. Yeah, it's
Oh my god!
Max, look it up. Look up where Flavortown Market is.
It's definitely a set. Think about it. A real grocery store. You have like the laundry aisle, the paper towel aisle.
it's definitely a set, and
Right.
like. You could see like out the door where like people walk
The
out
fake
when they get
outside?
eliminated, like the fake bike rack and like the little kids ride that was like sitting outside there. It's
yeah,
very
they had the
strange.
tiny carousel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was very clear that it's not a real grocery store.
I thought that, but I thought it was pretty big for a set. Like, why you?
It was
Why would you
convincing, but-
spend
That's
so much
definitely-
money on that set?
That's definitely what I thought too. And like they have to stock that thing with a shit ton of food, and there's a lot of like produce and fresh meat and
It's
stuff.
not like it's not like they're keeping it stocked. Like they stock it for a week and
I
film a bunch of these
understand that.
episodes in like a week,
They
and then like we
definitely
had the whole
filmed
season.
like a whole season in like 2 days.
Right.
Yeah.
They're just plowing.
How
through
many
it.
seasons of the show have there been, by the way?
This is season where they're on season 16.
my
Season
God.
16 seasons of this show.
That's wild.
How is that
we watched an
possible?
episode from season 15.
How is that possible?
Yeah, dude, we were browsing through the shows available online, and we got an episode or season 15, and there's a 5-part episode series of this tournament.
Yeah.
Like, who's getting that into the show? We're like, man, I can't believe I've seen the first 4 parts. Gotta stay tuned for part 5 now.
I looked it up. So there's been 147 episodes of
Oh,
this
shit.
since October 2013.
Oh my god.
That means Guy Fieri has filmed one episode of this every 10 days since 2013.
Yeah, but again,
if you filmed one a day,
They shoot for a week.
definitely not filming one a day.
Yeah, they're getting through
Guy's
2 of
a
these
busy
day.
guy.
2?
At least
They're
Me
getting
too.
through like 4 or 5 of these.
Well, but like they're cooking, and like all the events are 30
so
minutes.
Let's go with it. So there's 3 challenges, right?
Right.
Each of them were a half hour.
Right.
That's an hour and a half.
There's like a half hour between them for the judging and shit, probably.
Sure. So you got 2 hours. So out of an 8-hour day, you're making 4 episodes.
And the
minimum.
bonus round. Don't forget the bonus round. That takes like 5-10 minutes.
So you work an extra hour, so you get all
Okay.
of them in.
So like 3,
You do it-
I'll give you 3.
You're doing like 4 or 5 of these a day.
I just can't believe there's 6 full days of content. So
Yeah.
you could almost take a full week and just watch the entire series of GGG.
Oh God.
Triple G guys. Triple G.
Also, what's Guy's thing in like the triple letters? Is that just his
Because
thing?
it's part of the show. The show is the Triple G. If you watch
Well,
his other shows, it probably has nothing to do with triple letters.
Yeah, no, diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Oh
Triple D.
my God.
Triple D.
What are you talking about?
I didn't even
Holy
think about
shit.
that.
That show's way before this show.
Yeah, it was. I guess they just carried that over to
That's
Triple
wild.
G.
You guys just realize I've been yelling about this the whole time.
Has he?
No. I-
God. Okay, so
Over my head, James. Over my head.
So what were the other 2 pizzas? There's one. Oh, the one she put like some fucking green beans on it.
Oh, there were 2 pizzas with meat and
Just-
potatoes on it.
Yeah,
because
and-
you start out with meat, so obviously you put that with potatoes.
right.
So you eat your starch on a starch, obviously.
And the one guy just didn't have any sauce really. It was just like the cheese is the sauce.
No, that was a
That
later
was- that was
pizza.
the
that's
next
later.
one.
That's later.
Later,
That guy just
Cheese
doesn't like
is the
sauce.
That,
One guy
that
didn't
was
really-
Dino from Brooklyn.
Dino.
Yeah, I don't
So-
remember what Dino's pizza was. Doesn't
And then
matter.
the loser goes home, right?
It was the goat cheese pizza.
Out of there.
He's gone.
Too much goat cheese.
See ya.
and
Mr.
not
Goat
enough
Cheese.
grape jelly.
That's true. One scoop didn't cut it.
And then the next challenge, they had to have everything in their hands, correct?
And be a
Yeah.
guilty pleasure.
Guilty pleasure.
Guilty pleasure
the
was
theme
pizza.
was what's your guilty pleasure pizza?
And
And the
this
catch
one,
was no shopping carts. You had to carry
Yeah.
everything.
that's the game.
That's the game. Go.
Is that a real life situation?
No.
Yeah, if there's no
Sometimes,
carts.
sometimes you're at the
Accidentally.
grocery store and your cart breaks down, and you have to get out of the store with whatever you can carry, Max.
In
it's,
30 seconds or less.
Real life situation.
Or you
Yeah.
go in expecting to get one thing, and you're like, oh, now I got like 12. How am I supposed to carry all this
That's
stuff?
a thing that happens.
That's
and then you're in
the
the
most
back of the
likely
store.
scenario.
You're not going all the way to the front of the store to get a cart. Like you're already
It
in too
depends
deep.
on the grocery store. If you're at like a super Walmart, what I forgot what it's called, the super center maybe.
I
Walmart
think it's just a
Supercenter?
Super Walmart.
Yeah, like if you're at one of those places, you're kind of screwed. It's huge.
They don't
You're
have
at-
carts everywhere. Like you go to QFC or whatever,
They
like
do,
they've got like the little hand cart things.
Noah
Yeah.
doesn't go to the store, Chris. He doesn't do these things.
but like the normal supermarket's
I
small
know.
enough. You go back. The
No, this
Supercenter-
normal Walmart, the normal regular stores usually have carts around the store. Super Walmarts don't.
I've never seen these carts around the store.
I don't know. I've seen them around the store all the time.
I need to shop where you shop.
I've been to under 5 Walmarts in my life, including Sam's Clubs.
That can't be true.
That's entirely true.
Like 5 occurrences or 5 total stores?
5 occurrences.
What?
Whoa.
At least like 2 of them was going Sasquatch shopping with you guys.
Yeah, I was gonna just
That's
ask, like,
a
how many times have
shame.
you gone Sasquatch shopping?
Maybe 2.
Wow.
That
Walmart's a
surprised
fun
me.
place.
All right. So this challenge, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Somebody makes a taco pizza. Dino. He makes this taco pizza and he
No,
fries.
not
Not
Dino.
Dino.
Who's the other guy?
Justin.
Justin.
Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Jason.
He
Moving on.
fries this
Justin.
pizza, and it looks amazing. It's
Yeah.
this taco pizza. He
Oh, yeah.
deep fried the dough.
Fried dough.
I
good call.
want it.
Hell yeah.
Real greasy too. Like the lamb meat was nice, a little bit greasy on that pizza.
So
oh, yeah.
intense.
Lamb taco pizza.
Lamb taco.
I
Good
was
job.
I'm still questioning the lamb.
Sure.
Ground lamb is great. It almost tastes like beef. It's like better.
So good, it's almost beef. There you have it.
It's better than beef.
Whoa, better than beef.
Better than beef.
Oh, interesting.
I don't remember what the
yeah.
other two people did on this challenge.
So the girl makes
one- yeah.
a very healthy-looking pizza with a bunch of vegetables and such on it.
Oh yeah, she makes like an arugula.
It basically looks
Bullshit.
like a salad on pizza.
Looks like a
Yeah,
fancy
It was
salad pizza.
like olive oil and arugula and some other.
Red peppers.
And then a piece of prosciutto on top. The other one was the it was the bacon pizza, and everyone started freaking out because I don't
Oh,
know,
yeah.
Harrison. What did he do? So he starts out with about 2-3 kinds of bacon. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make my guilty pleasure bacon pizza, and then
And then he ruins it by just putting a bunch of slices of apples on top of it. Like why?
And
Why?
there was no sauce.
no sauce,
No sauce.
covered it with apples.
You got to get You got to get some sauce in there. Get all that cheese on there. Forget about the apples. He put something else on top of the apples too. That also didn't seem good.
Blue cheese.
Oh, yeah, he put
was
some-
the
put some
key
blue
ingredient
cheese
in
on it,
that
too.
pizza.
Yeah.
Like it seemed like he had like 2 different ideas for a pizza and kind of just smashed them into it. Like because there's kind of that like blue cheese apple kind of fig sort of like pizza flavor, and then there's like your bacon pizza.
You put way too much blue cheese. Like you gotta,
Yeah.
you gotta put like a little bit on
Like a
at
dash.
the end, and that's it. You like.
It was
not
all
keep-
over the place.
I do have a note though, is that the girl, she was carrying all this stuff. She was like, "Yeah, I got T-Rex arms out here," and I thought that was
T-Rex
T-Rex. It was like, you have normal arms. I don't understand.
She
why-
looked very
why-
normal
I was like,
proportion.
what?
Like, sure, she was like, a smaller person than the 2 gentlemen, but she was not like a T-Rex arms.
So, I was curious if we had their names wrong. You were right. It's Jonathan. But
I didn't say Jonathan, but thanks for the credit.
Yeah, you said,
said
like
Jason.
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 so the
Like
guy's name is
Jerry.
Nino, not Dino.
Sorry, guys.
Nino.
Sorry.
His son was Dino.
Wait, Nino has a son, Dino?
How do you know what his son's name is?
Because they,
They
talked
talked
about
about
it.
it.
He has a tattoo of his son as a baby on his forearm.
Oh yeah, that tattoo's
Dino?
crazy.
Yeah,
That is
big
a
tattoo.
that is a pretty crazy tattoo.
That could have
Um,
been on Ink Masters.
In trying to discover their names, I came across a WordPress blog that just gives you the most relevant details from Guy's Grocery Games.
Oh.
Okay.
And so now you can see all the contestants, the toppings they need to do each round, like the constraints, and then the pizzas, all the made with each topping and the winners.
I'm
Oh,
glad
man.
somebody
It
like
just lists it out. Like there's no bullshit around there. It is
So
straight
you're
to
saying
facts.
it's this podcast without all the bullshit?
It really is. BobbyMGSK.wordpress.com.
There you go.
All
Really
right.
plugging hard here for this guy.
All right.
Bobby
all right, Bobby,
MGSK.
we hear you.
I want to ask you guys a question.
Hit me.
So they were talking about their favorite pizza in this. Guy Fieri said what his favorite guilty pleasure
oh
pizza
my
was.
God.
Does anyone here actually know what he said in the episode?
I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want to take a guess?
No.
I know what it is.
Okay, James,
I have no idea.
give me a guess.
I didn't hear him when he said it. And
I know,
all
I
I
just-
heard was the one dude saying, what was it, mac and cheese, cheeseburger pizza or some kind of thing. But
Yeah.
that's definitely not Guy's. I don't have any clue what Guy's pizza is.
Guy Fieri's favorite pizza is Hawaiian pizza.
Oh, now I
Hawaiian
remember
pizza.
All right.
That sounds.
I'm
yeah.
sorry. So
Will you get off this guy's WordPress blog? Are you kidding me? What are
You
you
think
doing?
this guy's making money on this thing?
Jesus. Like, stop paying our
He's the
guests
number
off.
one fan. Of
We bring
Guy's
Noah on the show. He gets
Games.
paid off immediately. He's doing endorsements over here for the WordPress guy.
no, this gets even crazier. So this guy.
Oh my God! On with it.
I want to go down this lower hole.
Just out with it.
Give me the time. All right.
James, what is your guilty pleasure pizza?
I don't know what's going on here with Noah. He's losing it. Okay.
Why
Guilty
he-
pleasure
why he
pizza?
can't- Flex himself.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so this guy's blog.
You got to put the mic in front of you.
The guy's blog. All he does is watch reality shows, and he cuts out all the crap.
Okay.
Sounds horrible.
No, it's really good. It's
It's good. You can watch the whole episode in 10 sentences.
no, it's kind of crazy. Like
Do you think it's one guy or multiple people that write on the same WordPress blog?
Who can know?
He's losing it so hard he can't even speak.
Who can know?
All right, Max.
Ugh.
Give me your favorite guilty pleasure pizza.
I'm gonna say a pepperoni, sausage, caramelized onions, but not too caramelized.
Very specific on the onions.
Do you tell the pizza place that or
No.
Like,
I'm not some sort of fucking asshole.
well, I just didn't know how you got you just know the place that gives you that.
I only want, organically grown sausages.
Where are the sausages from? What farm?
So I have a question about this whole guilty pleasure thing, pizza thing.
Yeah.
So I can't really think of like a guilty pleasure that would like make the pizza more of a guilty pleasure than it already is, right? Like
It's true.
pizza's already not like a great thing for you. It's kind of like I feel like the pizza of itself is the guilty pleasure.
I think what they're trying to go for is your guilty pleasure is like a kid. It's not like you go out to a fancy restaurant and get.
The assumption is that you normally eat some kind of healthy pizza, and then
No,
and then there's
yeah.
this guilty pleasure pizza that's the one that you actually want to be eating. Is that like the
Because like
assumption?
for me, it would
No.
just be like an awesome slice of like in New York of like a pepperoni New York slice of pizza.
Yeah. So
like
my
that is the guilty
assumption is
pleasure.
that like
that's not a guilty
the
pleasure.
guilty pleasure. Would
That's just your
be-
lunch. I get it, but I'm saying like for most people, pizza is the guilty pleasure. I think.
Yeah.
I think they're
What-
assuming here is the guilty pleasure is the New York style pizza from Brooklyn versus you go to an artisanal pizza place and get some crazy apple pie bullshit.
But like one could argue that's also a guilty pleasure. Like you're splurging and
No,
spending
no,
way
I
too
get
much
it.
on pizza
They're
when
asking
it should cost
what-
$2.50.
It's like, what is the guilty pleasure of pizzas? Because like pizza in and of itself
Right.
can be a guilty pleasure,
Yeah.
but I think that they're asking what is the guilty
It's like
pleasure
what's the
of
guiltiest
pizzas?
guilt of
What is the
pizza?
guiltiest pleasure Just pleasured pizza.
Man.
All right.
Somebody start the Twitter poll.
Domino's Oreo dessert pizza.
Oh.
Ew.
So the girl in this second challenge makes the salad pizza or whatever.
Oh, I got it.
And when she's getting critiqued, like the black gentleman was like, I didn't get the guilty pleasure here, but looking at you as a mom, I get it.
Like, what the
What the
fuck?
what the fuck is that supposed to mean?
I just love. Oh, he was just judging her so hard just by her just appeal, just like.
yeah, she's like, yeah, I like some olive oil and like I like a salad, like that's part of like guilty pleasure or whatever.
He's like,
I
I
have a
get
question.
it.
It's so
It was
weird.
a weird thing to say.
Is this only momist or is it a little sexist? Or is it racist?
I don't even remember the quote being because you're a mom. I just remember they showed his face and he says it and he just sort of pauses. But when I look at you and then they pan to a shot of her,
Right. He just said you.
No, he
I
definitely
mean,
said
there's
like
definitely
something
a
about
mom.
mom.
There's definitely.
I think
a
he
mom in there.
elaborated after the fact, but he's just kind of like looking at you. It's
Yeah.
this pan of her and she's kind of like a skinnier, smaller girl. And then he's just like, I can see how this is a guilty pleasure. There's a lot of judgment going on, I felt like.
Well, he is a judge.
That's true. I guess you're right. He is supposed to be judging. How hard are you supposed to be judging if you're like one of these kind of judges? It's like just straight
You
up
just
judge
eat it
everything.
and you give your opinion.
I don't know. I mean, like,
It's like a food judge.
it's not like Top Chef level. Like, you're not you're not expecting that kind of quality. Like, you kind of have to like set your bar a little bit because this guy is grocery games, but
But it's the pizza masters.
it is.
I feel like they kept bringing up salt a lot whenever they were judging pizza.
I mean, I don't want a sweet pizza. I want a sweetza.
pizza.
How about a? I'll bring it up later. So is this the same? What was the pizza in this round where the black woman says "smash on the gas"?
Oh my god.
No idea.
That
what
was the
pizza
bacon
That was-
pancetta.
yeah, that's the apple
The-
pizza.
Yeah. So she's like, "Yeah, this pizza makes me want to smash on the gas."
And
No,
everybody
just
looks
smash
at her.
the gas, right?
She
Smash the
said,
gas.
"I would smash the gas
Okay.
for this pizza."
Yeah. I mean,
I still don't know what the hell that means. No
I mean,
idea.
Smash the
Getting a
gas
little
on this
crazy in
pizza.
Does anyone?
it's sort of like I want to take this pizza to town.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
means like hey, like I'm gonna crush this pizza.
I'm just gonna eat this whole
smash the
pizza?
gas.
I'm gonna scarf it.
Okay.
For me, when you say smash the gas, I just think like sexually ravage. I don't know why.
Oh,
Whoa, Chris is sexually aroused.
Like you would say that to a girl you're trying to.
I would not say that. I might.
he'd say that to his frat bros.
Is it like,
Yeah.
like a cheesy pickup line? It's like, hey, want to go
Smash
smash
the
the gas?
maybe.
What is that?
I don't even know what it would mean.
What are you insinuating?
Never-
The other side.
You
of
learned that one from Mystery?
Who knows? I don't know.
Look at these two things as they go around. They get closer together.
We are really off the rails.
Man. Okay.
We are.
Can I comment on something that I find very weird about this show? Guy Fieri, like, so the thing that Guy Fieri is like famous for is like going around to a bunch of places and like eating the food and commenting on it.
But that's what he does in Triple D.
And in this show, he doesn't eat any food. He doesn't eat any of the food. And
You don't know
so
what he
he
does
so
off
so he
camera.
can't comment on the food. It's only these three judges eating it. And then like they're kind of talking about these decisions, and then guys like, well, it sounded like that taco pizza was pretty good. And, like, you could have just eaten the taco pizza. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, they only make the 3 plates or whatever.
Yeah, but they could have had them make him a plate.
Guy's
Yeah.
on a diet. He's trying to lose a little weight. Like, get
He
off his
definitely
back.
does not look like
He
he's on
does
a
It's
diet.
just
not look
weird.
like he's
So-
dieting.
Maybe
So we watched an episode in season 15. Do you think in earlier seasons he used to eat, and now he just doesn't because he's on a diet?
I mean, it could be like the man versus food guy, and he's like, dude, I
Adam,
won't-
whatever.
Yeah, like I can't do this show anymore because I can't eat at the schedule you're making me eat at.
Like,
I
when you're
mean-
pumping 8 of these out a day, you're like, I just can't be
It could-
eating for 8 hours.
It could
like
be
10
that
hours
there's
straight.
different judges per episode. So like, judge 2 hours, the next 2 hours you have off, the next 2 hours like, or maybe they're just filming like multiple. They got multiple sets going.
And guys just like popping in and out.
It's possible.
maybe Guy Fieri is the king, and the 3 judges are the taste testers to make sure he's not getting poisons. And then
But the
after
food's from his grocery store. Why is he carrying all this poison?
I don't think that Guy Fieri's success is the fact that he eats the food and then makes comments on it. It's just his personality. It's like it's nothing
Yeah.
to do with like.
Yeah. But
Which
like,
is why
but
I-
like, Guy's whole thing is like the way that
He's on
that-
season 15.
It's like
He's
I'm
clearly
just saying,
doing fine.
It's just like it's the way that he talks about the food and describes the food, like when he's. I mean, that's his whole thing, isn't it? I don't know.
that's not his whole thing.
Apparently
Clearly,
not.
I think he's
he's
just a
filmed
personality.
150 episodes of this, and he hasn't tasted a single fucking thing.
But Food Network, Harrison has some suggestions and critiques for you.
I'm just
how to
telling
improve
you.
your show.
I think it would
I
make it
don't
better.
think the show would be any better with him tasting anything.
Oh, it would.
Then it's like, why is he not a judge? Then
He
just
should
make
be.
him a judge.
He should be a judge.
So, on his Wikipedia, Guy Fieri is an American restaurateur, author, game show host, and television personality. Not
Not a chef.
a chef
Yeah.
or a food critic.
Huh.
So I'm just saying that the things that he
the things he
highlight,
says on Triple D aren't really all that like in.
He just
Like-
goes all these diners
They're not.
dives. He's like, yeah, this food's pretty good. This is the
Yeah,
best
he
hamburger
never
ever
says
had.
anything bad about the food.
The
And someone's
sandwich
just
is
like,
amazing. Yeah.
That was good.
So I want to get all the shows he's had. Not everything is triple lettered.
Oh yeah. In fact, these are the only two.
Yeah, Guy's Big Bite, Minute to Win It, The Best Thing I Ever Ate, Guy Off the Hook.
There's something in this list called "I Get That a Lot" that I think we may have to watch in the future. It's like Undercover Boss, but the boss is Guy Fieri.
How can he possibly go undercover?
Exactly.
It sounds like it's on the list.
All right.
Put it on the list.
So in this
yeah.
challenge, the blue cheesy like bacon pizza like got kicked
Yeah.
off. Whatever. Don't put blue cheese on pizza. Next challenge.
Chris's pro tip of the day, everybody.
Yeah, next challenge was so you have the girl and the guy from not Brooklyn, the other guy from New York, right?
Nino.
No, Jonathan.
Jonathan.
It wasn't Nino?
AKA Jason.
No, Nino's from Brooklyn. Jonathan's from Harlem. Well, at least his pizza shop. is
Nino
in-
was the
in
guy that
Harlem.
made the blue cheese pizza that got kicked
Oh.
Yeah,
out.
like the really thick New York
That guy
accent.
didn't look like a Nino. This other guy looked like a Nino.
So this was one of those challenges where an item in the store was sold out, a key ingredient to a pizza. Which James, what would that be?
It's the most important ingredient. It's called the dough.
The dough was sold out.
Yeah. How you gonna
So-
make that crust?
Jonathan decides he was gonna just make his own dough in 30 minutes or less, and then
So
which I don't understand. I feel like you shouldn't be able to win when they told you, "Hey, make a pizza without dough," and you just went ahead and made dough.
Oh, you took it that way?
they
I didn't take it that way. I
Yeah.
just like,
Same.
hey, there's no prepackaged dough. Good luck. You got to make
like
a pizza.
you got to make a pizza. Do whatever
No.
you can.
Right.
Yeah.
The intention was for you to make pizza with other.
Oh,
some
I don't
other
think so.
base.
I don't
I,
think
I
so.
didn't interpret it like that.
Max?
You didn't interpret like that because he did it.
No, it was just that
He
we're
said
not
that-
going to supply you with pizza
Yeah.
dough. Like that's
Everyone
That's
was
it.
We're
surprised
sold
because
out.
you've got no time for it to rise and actually
Yeah.
make pizza dough.
Which
There's a
is-
reason
yeah.
why when you walk into a pizza shop and they don't make the dough on spot. They've all pre-made the dough beforehand.
Right, they got the little
And if they're
balls.
out of dough, then they're out of that pizza because they're not making more dough for your pizza because it's going to take too long.
I agree.
So like,
Yeah.
there's no expectations to make pizza dough in a half hour.
Yeah.
Less than a half hour.
I just don't think he broke the rules.
I think
Like-
he should have been denied because he broke the intention.
I mean, it kind of hurt him because they were definitely like, this dough is not great.
They were hating on the dough.
They're like, doesn't have any flavor.
But I think it helped him. That lady said, the fact that he made that dough really put it over.
That's
the top
why I
for me.
think that it should have been a detriment and not like an advantage.
I would have to watch another session of this before I agree.
Yeah,
with
I
you.
don't know how
Because,
much of a
like-
stickler they are for
'cause-
like the very like specific
I mean,
because they didn't
clearly, no one
specify.
really gives an F about like.
They're just
the
like, hey, we're
rules.
out of the dough. Like, you got to make a pizza. What are you gonna do?
No, the intention was, hey, make a pizza with other than dough.
Sure, you can have an intention, but it doesn't make it a rule.
Yeah, because no one thought they'd be crazy enough to make dough in
Yeah.
15 minutes.
Well, this guy, not Nino, whatever his name is,
Jonathan,
Jonathan, not Jason.
not Nino.
So Jonathan makes
Nino's
his dough.
already off the show.
I thought it was impressive.
Yeah, for sure. I thought it was bold
Bold move.
to try it for sure.
Yeah,
Bold move
30 minutes
God.
to shop and make your own goddamn dough and pizza.
That's crazy.
So this pizza he makes was a very vegetable-oriented pizza, which was salty, as the judges said. I forget.
Yeah.
No, the toppings were salty. The dough
Was
not salty.
bland.
Not flavorful. This was
Well,
the
'cause he
third
made it.
challenge we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do we tee up the whole like?
No, we
No,
had
we
no.
We need to tee that up. 'cause
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't
Whoa,
know.
whoa, let's talk about the other person's first. So the other person made a pizza with
Yeah.
tortilla shell, and she made buffalo chicken pizza.
with
And
using ranch and Frank's Red Hot.
I think that's what a lot of people use, James.
Yeah, they put that shit on everything.
Yeah. So, and she put a little too much dizzle drazzle in the pizzas.
Oh my god! You just wanted to say dizzle drazzle.
What's a dizzle drazzle,
Some
Chris?
sort of, dizzle and a drazzle. You
No
know?
dizzle, little ranch dressing.
Yeah.
It's
And,
an odd choice for the garnish on a plate.
The
dressing.
judges did not like.
Like she
ranch pizza?
she dumped
The ranch?
she dumped too much on it. Like so, like
There was way too much. It
pouring
was
that ranch.
swimming.
you can
Yeah.
tell what happened is like she put that slice on the plate and she's just like, it needs a little something to put over the top. I'm gonna drizzle it with the ranch, and it's just way too much ranch because she's never done that kind of thing before. It seems like
She's not a chef.
Yeah,
I really like that she topped it at the very end too with some more Frank's Red Hot just to
Yeah.
make sure.
Well, she put too much ranch. You had to make it look like it
you
wasn't
got to
too much
even it
ranch.
out for sure.
But the potato chips on that pizza though,
That's true. There were potato chips on that.
topped
pizza.
with kettle potato chips. Very
Definitely
interesting
don't
choice.
want that
Nothing
pizza.
about that pizza was a pizza. I would eat it.
Yeah,
but I
it
wouldn't
was
say
just
it's a pizza.
It was some tortillas with some ranch and hot sauce
It's like closer
with
to
some
nachos.
chicken.
Yeah, it kind of was
and
like
some chips on
nachos.
it. It's
But
a very Mexican.
It
kinda
was
feel.
baked.
But the judges seemed to like it, aside from there being a little bit too much ranch. But I
Well,
was
the one judge hated it because there
Yeah.
was too much ranch. The other two people were like,
I was
"Yeah, I
looking
guess
on-
there was too much ranch."
I was looking on the plates, and there wasn't a lot of ranch left in those plates. These people were scooping it up though.
I think they were trying to cut those tortillas and it was just sliding all around.
I feel like it was just that taco pizza was so good.
Right.
Oh, so
That
both
was
these
the best one by
pizzas
far.
didn't look good.
But like, okay, so we're gonna get to the result, right? Should we?
Well,
get
should
to
we
the-
let James do his thing, or should
Sure.
we?
Oh, I mean, I didn't have to do. I was just saying we got to tee up the whole like.
No, go ahead.
So
This
these
is the
these
appropriate
pizzas, it
time.
was the out of the box pizza that
yeah, we didn't
describes you or something, or
Yeah,
that
was
you
the
relate
last
to.
challenge. We didn't really talk about that.
Right, that's what I was trying to tee up, like why these two pizzas were so freaking weird. Because both of these looked like guilty pleasure pizzas, where she could have done that buffalo chicken for the guilty pleasure and the healthy pizza for the one that describes her.
She should have swapped them.
Right, super
Well,
crazy. But I
Same-
guess
the same
the
thing
out of the
with
It
box
is.
thing.
It is.
is a bit
It
different.
is funny that her guilty pleasure is something so healthy, and then the pizza that represents her is a buffalo chicken pizza. It's just insane.
I feel
Buffalo
like
chicken
it was
tortilla.
just like, oh my god, pizza, no dough, buffalo chicken.
Right, like, what am I gonna-
Nothing to do with what like the actual theme of it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
I gotta say, every time she added a ingredient to her buffalo chicken nacho thing, we kept losing our minds.
It's unbelievable.
There's definitely a lot of
Like-
losing our minds on that.
There's some point where like she announces that she's adding the chips, and we're just like, what?
She just dumping a bag of chips out. Literally just pops like a whole bag of chips and dumps them out on top of the
Yeah,
pizza.
the whole chips thing seems like askew. Like my hunch, she heard no pizza dough. She's like, all right, tortillas, and then from there, she's like, okay.
Honestly,
what-
that's where my mind probably would have gone to.
right. Yeah.
Also, I think we had a good name for this: a tortiza.
Tortilla.
I feel like
true.
tortizza is a pretty good word.
Tortiza.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
Couldn't you get like? Why couldn't you make like a pizza bread or something? Something like that instead of like
What kind
dough.
of
you
bread
get
are you
like
gonna
a,
use?
I don't know. Get some kind of flatbread.
Oh man, the winning thing. Someone has done a pizza bagel.
Oh my
Oh yeah,
god, that would
pizza,
be
out of the
so
box
good.
pizza bagel. That's probably what the producers had in mind.
Yeah.
See, that is a winning idea right there.
Noah really coming through. You should get him on the
Get
show.
him on the show.
All right,
Call me
so
up, guy.
at the end, Jonathan, the guy from New York, won
Yep,
because
Because
I
his
feel like his
taco pizza
his
was
taco
good.
pizza was so good.
for sure.
Like his last week, both
was
last
definitely
pizzas
pizza
I think
episode.
weren't good enough,
Yeah,
and they just went to the previous round and was like,
which I'm okay with actually, because like both pizzas seemed like they were kind of not great, and so rather than like the lesser of the shitty
yeah, but
ones,
you think
winning,
they would be like, maybe that taco pizza was great, but they didn't mention that taco pizza again. They were just like, yeah, that ranch, so you just get out of here. Like that's not an excuse to like say your pizza was great, but your garnish, you're too much garnish. Like I don't want all this like garnish. It's terrible.
I like how Chris says garnish.
Garnish.
Oh man. So the bonus round was something.
Oh yeah, the bonus round. I thought that was the end of the show.
Right. So I guess like for the winning, you get a chance at $20,000,
Yeah.
but it's done in like a crazy way. Like
This is the grocery game.
Supermarket sweep.
Supermarket
basically,
sweep.
basically. So
Which
it's
is
like
a-
a it's like
which is a great
trivia
show.
riddle, like riddle.
So
riddle
there were
trivia.
5 riddles, and for each riddle you solved, you got $4,000, and there were questions, and you had to run throughout the store and get the
Get the ingredient put in the cart.
ingredient
So
in your cart.
I'm still on
Oh my god. Gotta move on.
What's the
Bobby's
dude's
blog. So the first question they ask, if you're a fun guy, you know this popular pizza topping comes in varieties like morel and cremini.
I had no idea.
That's mushrooms.
Nobody cares.
Fun guy. Fun
the
guy.
Fun guy.
Fun guy.
It was
Fun
like,
guy. So-
and cremini are pretty.
Yeah. One comment on the format of this part of this versus actual supermarket sweep. So in this one, Guy Fieri is basically just running around with the person, just like reading like these riddles off the card, and then the person has to go run and get some other thing. In actual supermarket sweep, they hand them like a card with the riddle on it, and they read it. They have to go run to the product, and then like the next riddle is like on the packaging of like the product on the shelves, and they go find it, pick it up, and read it. Like it makes it kind of like a little more interesting, a little more
And
scavenger
you
hunty.
know you have the right answer. Here,
Right.
I felt like they just showed up to the night. I'm like, is it pepperoni? Oh, it's pepperoni.
Yeah.
Okay, next
And-
one.
Yeah, and there's also like a bunch of different types of pepperoni, different kinds of packaging of pepperoni too. So it's like you have to find like the one thing,
Yeah.
and that's kind of where they brought
That's more
in
interesting.
like the big time product placement, because it'd be like Tide or something like that, and then they go run and get the Tide.
Yeah, but then you're slapping something on the Tide bottle, so they don't want to see.
Yeah. You know,
Tide.
Yeah, the
Get
guy
that Tide.
won. He got 4 out of 5.
Yeah. Came down to it. He knew the last answer too. There just wasn't enough time.
Yeah, he spent so much time getting that apple pie.
Yep.
Oh, the frozen.
Well, he
apple
looked
pie.
in the bakery where I would look for an apple pie as well, but this is in a real grocery store, so there was
So there was no apple pie.
there were no apple pies there. It was frozen apple pie.
Do you think that GGG will have the same number of episodes as Supermarket Sweep?
how many
I
episodes?
feel like there would be more GGGs than Supermarket Sweep.
What does everyone else think?
Oh man,
clue.
There are probably a lot of episodes of Supermarket Sweep though.
I don't think so.
James, you
I
putting
think
in
there's a lot
guess?
of reruns of Supermarket
James
Sweeps.
over under. James is out. There is 1,111 episodes of Supermarket
Oh
Sweep.
my God.
That's
Whoa.
So that show was just
Really?
like on every day for like 20 years or something.
Yeah,
That's just all that happens.
crazy though.
on like the Game Show Network.
40 years.
40
years.
years.
Oh,
Who the
that
hell-
show's still on.
How many hosts do they have?
They've had
Steve Harvey hosted that?
several.
I can see
Yeah.
Steve Harvey
Probably.
hosting that.
They've had a bunch.
Any notable hosts?
I'm sure they are, just not known to us. They
You mean you?
So they're not.
yeah.
notable.
So Wally King, Richard Hayes, Johnny Gilbert, Randy West.
Name and all.
Is that it?
Is that it? It's not even that much.
For 1,000
4 years?
episodes.
Yeah. it-
Well, they filmed like 10 of them in
they
epic
took a.
days.
Oh man, it seems like they took a big break.
Oh, so they just brought it back.
Yeah.
Definitely
It was
seems like
on
a mild
1965
reboot.
to 1967, then 1990 to 1995, then 2000
To today?
2003.
Man, can you imagine that meeting, somebody pitching that in 90? It's like, okay, there's a show from the 60s. We're bringing it
Yeah.
back.
And then again in the 2000s, they're like, we could bring that show from the 90s. That was a redo of the show from the 60s.
a guy named Al Howard actually did that. He's the
It's the
executive
same producer over 40 years.
Al Howard.
40 years.
We should
So he
get him
just
on
goes
the
in every year. He's like,
pod.
"Hey, Game Show Network, this year you guys wanna renew
What's
on
the
that thing?"
Siesta Key guy? 1-800-ASK Gary.
1-800-ASK
It's like
Gary.
1-800-ASK Gary. He's like
Oh.
running out of money. He's like, we need to produce another of this. run of the
modern recent news on Supermarket Sweep. As of October 2017, Fremantle Media acquired the global rights, and a revival of the show is back in the works.
Yeah, it's back.
Coming back.
might
Are we
be-
putting it
Every-
on the list?
Every 10
Are
years.
we doing Supermarket Sweep? That's a game show, so that's not a.
So, okay, so
Seasons and a movie.
Supermarket Sweep's a game show because it's an entire show that's basically just this last part of it. plus like a trivia part.
I wouldn't mind doing it though.
But because the trivia is swapped for cooking, this is a reality show.
yeah,
Is that what happened here?
I'm not really sure. I mean, I'd probably classify this as a game show. We look Guy Fieri's Wikipedia. It was
I guess
he's a game show host. Nothing in it said he was a reality show host.
it has testimonials though.
It does have
Yeah, it does.
testimonial.
So
You think the new Supermarket Sweep's not gonna have testimonials?
it might.
I don't know why the act of cooking makes it not a game show. I feel like it provides a lot of freedom for somebody to like screw up or like, just a lot of freedom to bring reality in. Whereas like when I ask you a trivia question or make you,
There's
go-
nothing real.
there's nothing real about that. What? Thanks, Max. That's definitely the word I wasn't looking for.
Damn, he really screwed you there. You were trying to
I
stress
knew
for
it was
something.
wrong. I just decided to run with it.
Maps just lobs you a grenade right at the end. He's like, "Here you go, bud." Oh,
All right, Max. Would this show be better if they were naked?
I mean, if it's like a cannibalism episode, it would be very interesting.
Oh boy.
Okay, I'll
feel
take
like
that
if
as a yes.
If you had to carry all those groceries like without the cart, that'd make that a lot more interesting. Be getting pretty crazy there. Noah doesn't like that one. He's just smirking over here.
No, but they did that.
No, if they were naked, you idiot.
The question
Wait.
is, would the show
Yeah,
be better
right.
if they were naked?
But if they're just carrying, no, forget it.
Well, no, I mean, it sort of opens up new folds for you to.
Right. I'm saying you don't have the cart, so you have to carry all the groceries by your bare hands. Do you remember that
Right.
part?
Yeah.
And then if you're naked, that makes that more interesting.
I feel like the human body is grippier than a shirt, though.
Definitely.
right. Okay. So from
Sort of changes the game.
from the friction.
Yeah.
Got it. That's why I was so confused. I'm like,
Oh my God.
They already gave away the cart, so
What are you talking about?
the second
They're
round you couldn't
naked.
have the cart. Yeah, you still have to carry their arms. Your arms don't really matter.
I feel like being naked would really limit the contestants for this show
Right.
because there's definitely some people like we popped on another episode, and I definitely don't want to be some of those people naked. So like you limit it. You can't do 1,100 episodes.
Dude, naked cooking does not sound like a good idea.
No.
Sounds very dangerous.
You know what also doesn't sound like a good idea? Letting your kids cook.
Oh, yeah. Let's get a bunch of kids in the kitchen. Give them a bunch of sharp knives and hot things that can hurt them.
When is the Guys Grocery games for kids?
I think it's just guys grocery games for kids.
I'm sure there's some sort of spin-off for that already.
It's gotta
Oh,
be.
man.
Guys,
Yeah.
kindergarten cart.
All right, James.
Yes, sir.
Give me the ranking. I need it.
The rankings.
Unless you got something else to say.
Should we talk
I
about
do
the,
wanna talk
should
about
we
the
talk about the
drinking
drinking
game.
rules? Yeah.
Oh,
but
I
I can
forgot
do the
about
rankings,
those.
whichever you would like.
This is a throwback drinking rules.
We do have it. So stay tuned after the rankings, and then
All right,
we'll
we'll
talk
talk
about
about
drinking.
it after the rankings.
So my rating on this one is, I really struggle here, but I'll get to the chase. We're gonna go bottom of the middle. So
The way you put your hands out there, sorry, audience, made it look like it was going top. Like you were like,
It looked
it was
top shelf.
pretty high. You're like
I
above your
gestured
head,
a little
really,
bit
and
oddly.
you're like,
yeah, it's the show's not in the bottom for me because it's not an annoying show. It's interesting, like if it's on maybe, but like I just can't see myself like wanting to watch more of it because I feel like you've seen one of these and you've seen all of them.
but there's different games. There's
I
Plinko.
feel like
Just wait for the Plinko version.
it just
the Plinko
doesn't
game.
catch me enough. So like it's just kind of like for that like Guy doesn't really add a ton to this. Like it's just a face and a name, and it feels like I kind of got cheated as like a viewer. Like he doesn't really do much in the show.
He is the personality though. It's not like he wasn't in it.
He's not really the personality of the show.
I just
Like,
think he's very bland in this. Like he
he's-
doesn't add a bunch.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
Actually.
So
I
and
feel
then
like
for that,
when
that's
he's
like,
running
it's-
around giving out the
Hey,
clues though.
We can get to your rating when we get to it. I'm just telling you my rating.
We're having
how
a
we got there.
conversation about Guy Fieri.
Yeah, he doesn't do much, but he sets the tone.
Let's be honest. The only
with
reason you watch
God.
this show, the only reason you would ever turn the show on is because Guy Fieri's name is on. it.
No, the only reason you ever
Yeah.
turned the show on is because you
Yeah.
watched Food Network, and Food Network decided this is what was on.
And it's like Guy Fieri's like, oh, I guess I'll give this like a couple minutes, see what it is.
but
And then you
like,
keep it on. It's 16 seasons. It's
If
not
it
like
was-
season 1, maybe.
I don't know if it was Joe Schmo grocery games. You're like, okay.
But like, how many Guy Fieri shows have like one season? I'm sure there's a bunch of.
I'm just telling you.
I'm just telling you, Guy Fieri's name doesn't have that much pull.
We picked the show most likely to watch because of Guy
For
Fieri's
sure.
names on it.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Because we don't know anything about the Food Network.
There you go.
But if you watch the Food Network religiously, I feel like it doesn't really matter.
I'm just
what's
saying,
on
I feel like this is the majority of people that like don't religiously watch the Food
All
Network.
right,
Like Guy
all
Fieri.
right, Noah, give me your ranking here. We're walk away from this conversation.
It was a pretty bland show. That's the best way of putting it.
Yeah.
It's not terribly entertaining. It's not bad where it's funny. It's just bland.
So
It could have used some salt.
where is it? Top? I think
Top,
that's
middle,
the
bottom.
top third right there. What you just said.
I'm gonna put it right in the middle. I feel like this show defines average. That it's right in the middle.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. It's definitely a middle third show for me as well. I mean, it just kind of exists. It's not like it's fine. It's a thing you can watch if it's on TV. There are better cooking shows you could watch. Top Chef does this kind of stuff a lot better. They even go to the grocery store in that show too, and run around. But
Do they have a full grocery set?
they just go to Whole Foods and just run around the Whole Foods usually. But
Yeah, but now Amazon owns Whole Foods. Are they going to keep doing that?
oh, maybe not. Maybe they'll get Top Chef on Prime Video.
What does the Food Network got against Amazon?
I don't know.
I don't know. So middle third show.
I have to agree. Middle third. It's like not interesting, but it's not bad. Like it was entertaining, but I don't think I'd ever turn it on.
Yeah.
And I think the pizza really helped this episode. If we watch in some other episode, I don't know. Like there's some sort of like watching a tournament. Like I'm not watching 6 hours of this show.
Yeah. Hell no.
Max, what do you got?
Middle third, middle of the middle. Smack dab.
Any reasonings there, Max?
It exceeded my expectations. I would never watch it.
All right. James, so as a throwback to Who Put This On from season 1 days,
Oh, yeah.
James decided we were going to come up with drinking rules, but unlike previous times, they were before the show,
Yeah.
after the show.
Coming up with blind rules here.
And I feel like one person has made really good rules.
They did.
really
I have
good
the results
rule.
of what happened.
All right.
So there was 4 of us here initially. Noah missed the opening. And so basically I asked everyone to come up with one rule for this blindly. So mine was for every camera scene or shot where Guy Fieri has the sunglasses on the back of his head, you drink. Chris said anytime someone on the show says the words aisle, cheap, or crazy, you drink. Max's rule says finish your drink anytime you hear the word Flavortown. And Harrison came up with the rule for any time that Guy Fieri specifically does a faked Italian gesture or accent. It's a little specific, but you know, it was a pizza episode, so I see what you're going with.
I thought it was in the ballpark.
None of us were in the ballpark.
Yeah, so
I
we
definitely
tallied them up.
did you? Because I feel
did.
like only one person got any.
The results
points.
weren't great. There was one rule that came in twice, and that was Max's
I
for
can't
the word
believe.
Flavortown.
Can't believe they said it twice.
They-
It's called Flavortown Market. I can't believe it.
And
Yeah.
it was on it was written on the side of the screen multiple times.
There was
I
someone-
like, if it's written, does that count? Like,
There was someone who said it that wasn't Guy Fieri. It was astounding.
Right.
yeah. One of the judges is taking this Flavor Town pretty seriously.
Wild. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I can believe that we came up with some dumb drinking rules, but I really felt confident in some of these.
How do you use that in context?
Flavortown?
This food brings me to Flavortown.
Like this food, yeah.
This
Yeah,
food knows
exactly.
Flavor
This
Town.
food is Flavortown.
I'm gonna take you to Flavortown.
Hey
This
girl,
pizza.
I want to take you to Flavortown.
I thought there was going to be a lot more about, hey, you got to go down these aisles and get stuff. You know, and there was going to be like cheap games. Like you have to only spend like $10.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Not on the pizza challenge.
Surprising. There was 3 things that we had noted during it that would be good possible additions now that we were watching the show. One was anytime there's a pun, you do something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They
what
were
that
definitely
was.
very punny.
Very punny. A lot of puns. Instead of this whole specific Guy Fieri Italian gesture or accent, we just said anytime there's any accent, go ahead and take a drink.
Which happened at least a few times.
There's a
Oh yeah, there's a reason we came up with the new updated
No.
rule.
That's a
And the
good
last
rule.
one was anytime someone does an impression, go ahead and enjoy some beverage. So I think that those three, along with Max's Flavortown rules, are a decent go.
Very dangerous game. Some
I
would
don't
say
know
the
if
most
finishing your
dangerous
drink,
game.
maybe like half your drink.
Yeah, it's only
They,
2 drinks.
They definitely said Flavortown more than I was expecting them to. I was expecting Flavortown to be the rarest of all of our
Oh,
rules.
yeah.
Definitely not. Yeah.
There you have it. Drink game. It's coming
That's
back.
it. That's it. Drinking
Any
game.
any other rules people can think of at the moment that they want to add?
Anytime you see Guy Fieri, anytime while he's on the screen, you just have to drink.
That's all. Oh, I don't know. Ooh.
Just keep drinking.
Just keep drinking. There you go. So, anyways, drinking game. We tried it. Only worked out so well.
It's okay. I mean, usually we have our Harrison's challenge update. Did you watch this week's challenge?
Yes, I absolutely watched it last night. I think we have a couple of people on the pod here who haven't seen it yet, so I don't want to get into too much detail.
How did you
Yeah.
feel about the general takeaways?
It's good. This season's good.
Yeah?
It's.
I mean, I
man.
like the season more than last season. I watched the episode.
There's
as well.
definitely some stuff I want to talk about with this episode.
Yeah, I definitely, there's some Corey stuff that I want to talk about, but
Corey, Jesus.
Got
Um,
it. So some good drama. Was it like a club episode? What was like the
no,
main theme?
no club.
they went out.
Did they?
Yeah,
Oh man, they went to the club in that episode.
I don't know if they went out. I don't know if it was like a club. Per
It was.
se.
It was mostly business. Mostly business.
Well, they were like some people were going. Some people knew that they were going to be in the challenge the next day, and they went out like that night. So I think there was a lot more playing the game while they were out than not playing, than like being ridiculously drunk.
right. I'll
There's
definitely say
some Cara Maria stuff happening.
some
while
car.
they're
Oh
at the,
yeah, they were
the
that bar. That's right. Yeah, Car Maria and that one British dude,
Joss.
Joss. Yeah.
I
Got
think. I don't know. I just
So overall, decent drama. It sounds like.
Yeah, and the addition of the new British people is great.
Very good,
They're
very
really good. Great
Are
personalities.
they just kind of like, what the fuck is this game? Is anyone like, what is going on here?
That's kind of part of why it's great because they just seem very unfamiliar with what's
They're
going on in
very
this whole
confused.
game, which is
Right.
great because they're just learning what's happening, which has led to some really good moments.
I feel like that's part of the appeal of the show, like compared to certain seasons where it's like everyone that's like is a champ or a previous winner.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, there's some new people in the mix. They're like, what is happening?
How do you
here?
play this game?
Right, and like then the like veterans is kind of taking advantage of the situation.
I feel
Yeah.
like some of the veterans aren't very like fit. I would say they're not doing. They're getting older,
They are.
Mhm.
so it'd be tough to
Some of
compete.
these young bucks coming in from the UK. You think?
Yeah, it's weird that they had to go to the UK shows to bring in some young bucks.
Floribama Shore's got to be bringing some people in.
There are definitely
Yeah.
some people fighting on that show. Definitely could be in this.
Should we talk about that? How the scouting's looking at Floribama Shore for the challenge?
I think it's looking decent. I think that that one girl is got to go. What's her name? Delise, I think. The
Mhm.
one that has, she's a little bit on the shorter side.
Is she the one that got
Bunch
her bed
of like
beat?
boob job, lip job, all
yeah,
that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I don't think so.
You don't think so? I feel like she's just like causing a bunch of drama all the time, though.
I agree with you.
What about the giant guy's brother?
Hercules-
Jeremiah's
Hercules-
brother.
Jeremiah's brother for the challenge.
That dude would be nuts on the challenge.
Right? He'd be
'Cause
great.
I do agree. Like Jeremiah's a little bit boring, just as like a normal person.
He's too
a
conservative.
huge dude.
Jeremiah's brother would be great on the
Jeremiah's
challenge.
brother would be
Yeah, but he
pretty
can't be
nuts.
just like friend of somebody on.
They could do it. He was on. He was on like
Yo,
multiple episodes.
he was-
of Floribama.
he was
Bro,
definitely-
He was on like 3 of the episodes.
He was
Yeah.
definitely a cast member on that show.
Yeah, he's
Like-
definitely getting.
You could bring him on the challenge, no problem.
Well, you just bring him in season 2. By the way,
Season two picked
coming.
It's coming.
I have
So
not.
the last episode that just aired recently, I haven't seen it, but that was, I believe, the finale.
yeah,
then?
finale was on last night.
Oh wow,
Monday.
it's crazy.
It was
There's
on
only,
Monday?
only 8 episodes. Short.
10 p.m. on Monday was. I didn't watch it either.
Yeah, so we need to watch that. But I am excited to see like if it's new people, some returners, or like,
I'm
what the
sure
deal
it'll
is.
be a mix.
Yeah, you think it'll be mixed?
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
I think you get rid of some of the people on there.
There's some that
kind
kind of didn't really pan out to be super interesting.
Trying to like the Amy Anissa relationship was pretty good.
Whoever the black girl is like not super
Yeah,
interesting.
I don't need her.
Kirk though ended up being a little bit more interesting recently.
Oh yeah,
just getting in crazy fights and stuff.
Man. He could be on the challenge.
Yeah, like I feel like he's got some fire in him. Like bring him in.
I was speaking of that, I was watching like this challenge video, like history of CT versus Jason or somebody.
Oh,
And like CT just like got in CT pre like what I've been watching is like a crazy person.
Yeah,
Just getting in fights all the time.
for sure.
man.
And like to see CT like just be dad CT is weird. Like to see pre like
Yeah.
dad CT is crazy.
Well, like I've only ever seen like whatever the last season I watched was where like
Dirty
CT
30.
Dirty 30. So like I'm seeing old CT.
Yeah.
I don't know about this
You
young
gotta
and
watch
wild
this
one.
young CT stuff. He's
Very intense.
He was wild.
wild.
He used to be wild.
There was a did he get kicked out for fighting?
Yes.
He was definitely kicked off of seasons before. Yeah.
Oh, so does the challenge bring in Elise and Jeremiah's brother? Because they already have the love interest.
Yeah, bring him in.
Just bring them right in the challenge.
Some
100%.
sort of
That's definitely a Battle of the X's situation right there.
Battle of the X's 2, 3,
Yeah.
whatever number they're at.
Yeah. Be great.
They could definitely bring in more of those people from last week too. X on the Beach.
X on the beach.
X
For
on the
Battle
Beach,
of
that
the
show.
X's.
Oh boy,
But for Battle of the X's, you bring more of those X on the Beach people.
totally.
They definitely hate each other a lot.
Oh yeah.
Or
Seems
love
like
each
it.
other. We're not really sure
I
that
don't
relationship with some people. I don't know.
know.
I've been hearing some chatter about this Brad guy who's on this season because I guess he hasn't been on the challenge for a while, but he apparently like was
He definitely looks like he's in charge.
he was like apparently big time on the challenge back like in seasons before like I really have watched back. So
Haven't
like
you
I don't
watched
really
all
know.
of them?
No, like I like watched all the ones that were on Hulu at some point, but it's not all of them back to like season 1.
I think there's
so
a
I think he
ton
was.
on MTV.com, but they all have ads on them.
Oh
And a
no!
shitload of ads.
Oh no!
Like MTV just
Well, the thing is, you
interjects
watch it
more
on
ads.
Hulu without ads. Like that's what a whole season can be done in like 9 hours. When you're doing it like with ads, it's like another like 12, 13 hours.
It's like 2 hours an episode.
Uh,
I swear they're putting more ads in there than. It's too many ads.
That's why you gotta DVR it. Fast forward.
Yeah. Pro tips: Chris is our in-house DVR fast forward guy. It's great.
It's true. Anyone got any plugs for anything else they've been watching?
Oh, I did just watch the new pilot of LA to Vegas, which I don't know how to describe it other than it's like the trailer intrigued me because it looked like sort of like how the hell did this thing get put on TV, right? Like who made this show? But I watched the first one and it was much better than I was expecting, to be honest.
Is it some sort of sitcom?
It's definitely just a silly, dumb sitcom
On a plane?
mostly on a plane. But like the general pitch is like there's a flight from LA to Vegas, like everyone goes on the weekend. It's the same crew, a lot of the same people are on the plane, and crazy stuff ensues.
Are they off on the weekend in like L.A. or San Francisco?
It's unclear. They sort of teed up with like the one main like character it seems like is the flight attendant who like wants to get like another job that like is the flight from like LA to like London or something. That's like her dream route, so she can like go and like live in London. Then ends up not panning out. Spoilers. And she's on this LA to Vegas flight for now, so she's kind of in that rat. Yep, there you go. And there's a bunch of crazy characters that are passengers on the plane. They seem like some will be reoccurring. One of which is definitely a stripper and tries to recruit other people on the plane to be strippers.
Wow.
So that's happening. And the pilot's definitely a drunk, usually drinking in the bar before getting on the plane. So that's kind of, I don't know, a couple of the headliners. It was interesting. I'm curious to see what episode 2 looks like.
A lot of entertainment about pilots being drunks.
It's true. There you go. Also, in other news, the new episode for The Good Place came out.
Yeah.
Very recently.
Saw
Very
that.
good,
Don't
yeah.
spoil.
Okay, no
shit.
spoils.
Yeah.
There was a big lag between episodes. It's the same season.
Yeah.
It's called
yeah,
the
yeah.
mid-season finale.
Yeah, it's
No, it's
super
a
weird.
mid-season break. Like they didn't even really
This is
have a
nuts.
finale though.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, it was rather interesting. Definitely recommend watching if you're in that show.
It's
yeah.
weird how good season 2 is after how good season 1 was and the cliffhanger.
I don't know.
Season 1.
Dude, Good
Oh,
Place.
Noah doesn't know.
I literally was
Season
just
one.
gonna say,
Oh.
yeah, I started watching the show.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
behind on
It's
it.
really
Yeah,
good.
I mean,
I'm
It's
on
very
episode.
good.
I
4
didn't
now, like-
spoil it. I
No,
just
it
said
is.
there's
we haven't
like-
spoiled shit, but
Great show.
Good Place might be the best comedy on TV right now.
It won like a bunch of awards for season 1, didn't it?
I don't know. Did it?
I don't think it did.
I'm not sure.
Really?
I thought it was the best show of last year.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was really good. No
Or
doubt.
of like, that 16 to 2017 season.
I have a random
TV.
thought.
What's up?
Do you think we can get Tommy Wiseau on the show?
We call him up.
Dude,
Oh,
did
boy.
you see that red carpet interview? That was so
That was
amazing.
good. Do you have his phone number?
Yeah,
Tommy
who
Wiseau?
doesn't?
Dude,
Yeah,
he,
right.
he
It's on a
dude,
billboard.
we're all
Right.
actors, okay? We can all.
You think that number still works in that billboard?
No way. Call it
Noah
up.
takes out his
I
phone.
don't want. I mean, if you want to call him up for like 2 minutes, sure.
We should
I'm
get
not
like a
having
phone
whole
interview.
episode
Like
with
a phone
Tommy
interview.
Wiseau.
You're telling me if Tommy Wiseau's like, hey, dude, I'll show up. I'm gonna sit in, watch some TV,
Well, I'm
and
gonna.
like just get him
Harrison's
on the show.
definitely the person doing interviews on our show if we ever get it.
We would definitely have him on as a guest.
It would be amazing. I feel like, right?
No, I feel like it might be the most boring episode.
It would be
of
super
Who Put
rambly,
This
but
On.
it'd be great.
If people could stick with it, I don't know. It'd be something. He recently
He's-
finally admitted he was from Europe originally. First
Yeah,
time ever.
yeah.
There you have it.
Did he say where? In Europe?
No, just Europe.
I
And then he went on to say, but you tell people you're from New Orleans. So his story on that was, well, when I was here, people ask where you come from, and I tell them I had to choose a country, so New Orleans.
Oh, man.
Like, that's not exactly word for it. It's pretty close. It's the best I can remember on the spot. But
He said like he moved
yeah.
there when he was 12 or something. I don't believe it.
Yeah, he's basically like, I had to compare, like, do I tell people I'm from Europe or from New Orleans because I have to pick a country. It's like, one's a city, but neither. Why is Noah on the phone now? This is all
Hey,
very
Noah
unclear.
called
He's
the
calling the
room
billboard
number.
number.
Oh, he's calling Tommy Wiseau's billboard
somewhat
number.
tangentially, but also related. Is I finally watched The Talented Mr. Ripley,
Okay.
which is like
Great
brought
movie.
up by Greg Sestero
Mm.
in relation to Tommy Wiseau and what he thinks kind of Tommy Wiseau is like Mr. Ripley in The Talented Mr. Ripley, and that is a great movie. It's very like I thought it was gonna be more of
Like-
I thought it was gonna be longer with him trying to pretend to be somebody else, but it like kind of falls apart
Mm-hmm.
more than quicker than I thought it was going
Mm.
to be.
It's a really good movie.
But it is like once you make one mistake, you follow through with some more mistakes, and it was great. Recommend. It's on Stars.
Okay.
For
Nice.
sure.
I
I did finish my Marvel movie marathon, by the way.
can't believe you watched
I
all.
That was
of
pretty
Marvel.
impressive.
I watched
in like 2
all
weeks.
watched all the Marvel movies in like the span of a couple weeks.
So do you
2-3
hate
weeks.
yourself a little
I-
or a lot?
I don't hate myself that much. I was
He's
like,
got this
it's
nice 4K HDR TV.
I feel like
When
now
you're watching
into
it-
these movies.
when you're watching it, it's kind of like you're watching like a really expensive TV show. Because like how like the last season of Game of Thrones is gonna be like six movie length episodes. This thing is it's kind of like this like 17 movie length episode TV show when you watch it this way, which is kind of
Oh,
cool.
so you actually felt like it was very linear?
Yeah, like, I felt like the story carried through the whole thing like pretty nicely.
Really?
Yeah.
That's shocking.
Yeah.
Because this whole
Agreed.
universe doesn't make any sense to me. Because I don't watch half the movies because
Yeah, that's
I
probably why it
can't
doesn't make
handle-
sense.
That's definitely like so there were a bunch that I hadn't seen going into it originally.
Really?
Yeah. Like I hadn't seen like some of the Thor ones. I think like at least one or two of the Captain America ones. Like there were definitely some that I
What?
hadn't seen.
The Captain America movies are definitely the
Oh,
best.
yeah. I wouldn't
Well,
say
2
that they're
and
the
3.
best, but they're good for sure.
Winter Soldier's good.
But so
They're
like
good.
the order in which you watch them wasn't like in the order they were released.
I watched them in
There's like a universe chronological.
Yeah,
thing
so
here.
I found this list online that's like how to watch all the Marvel Cinematic Universe in chronological order for like how the universe would
Yeah,
work.
but you didn't watch Agents of Shield or Agent
I didn't watch all the
Carter.
TV shows. This list also had every Marvel TV show. Like it's just literally every piece of Marvel content that exists, and like how to watch it all in order. But I just did the movies, so you know.
Do you
I
think having done the movies now that like the TV shows would be interesting if you do it in the right order?
I mean, that would be a huge commitment. Like it was like it took a while to do the movies. Like it would be a big time commitment to do the TV shows too.
I don't think so. The TV shows aren't that good.
I've never seen really any of the Marvel TV shows.
Agent Carter is better than.
I heard Agent Carter's good. I heard Daredevil is good.
Oh, I'll include the Netflix ones because the Netflix ones
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
really
yeah.
like intersect at all.
Oh yeah.
Like Agent Carter is actually in like Captain America, the first one,
right.
and Agents of Shield. I mean, starts out with Coulson from Avengers, so like
Mm-hmm.
there's more relation to the movies. The Netflix stuff is just like, yeah, there was some alien attack, and that's like the only relation.
Right.
But Netflix or Daredevil season 1 and Jessica Jones season 1 are really good.
Mm-hmm.
Other seasons definitely, hit or miss.
Yeah.
Definitely not as good.
So
Do you think that it like get kind of? I'm not really burnt out on these. I've seen like all. I don't know why, but I like superhero movies.
Yeah.
But like I'm getting closer and closer to being burnt out on them. I feel like if I sat down and watched 17 of them, I would be really close to not wanting to see any more, even though I've already seen them all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like, I didn't really. I mean, I'm not like racing out to go see another Marvel movie like right this second. But like whenever Black Panther comes out, I'm gonna go see it. Like,
Yeah, but you didn't go see like Captain America 2 or whatever.
no, you're definitely
or,
right. Like, I'm
Ant-Man.
definitely more incentivized now that I've seen all of them to keep seeing them. I mean, there's
Because
no
now you
doubt.
know everything that's going on.
Right, because you know everything that's going
I
on.
don't know what the fuck's going on. I couldn't tell you.
I
Doesn't-
can
that's
tell
why it
you
doesn't
what's
make any
going
sense
on.
to me.
There's a dude. He's looking for these marbles. He found them.
The Marvels.
Are you Tommy Wiseau? Is Tommy Wiseau graced us on this podcast?
I mean, Tommy Wiseau definitely lost his marbles, but
Yeah, I went down the rabbit hole, so I called up the number.
Mm-hmm.
It's a recording of Tommy Wiseau, like promoting The Room, basically, and he really promotes going to theroommovie.com. So
Okay.
naturally, I go to theroommovie.com.
they actually have a new URL. It's now theroom.movie.
Is it a redirect or a new webpage?
Unknown.
Okay, so theroommovie.com, it's kind of like a GeoCities type feeling site.
Oh.
Yeah, pretty good. And then it goes to their own e-com page. And their e-commerce page sells a bunch of stuff. It has like fake Rolex watches, but instead of saying Rolex, it says Tommy Wiseau, where it would say Rolex. And they have a little note on the side that Tommy Wiseau will sign anything you buy off the site.
Wow, even your watch?
Or they have stuffed talking doggies that are wearing tuxedos.
Wow.
Did the dogs have 2 belts on?
I did not notice.
You forgot about the underwear.
Yeah, they have underwear.
Underwear.
And they're promoting this other movie called The Neighbors, which I'm not familiar with.
That's actually a TV series.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then there's that new movie, Friends.
Best
Best
friends.
Best
Best
Friends.
Friends.
Fiends. Fiends. Friends.
Yeah.
He called it best friends in the interview you sent
Yeah.
out. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm going with friends.
Man.
Or you can buy a backpack with the room in it.
Right.
Oh, just
like
what
a
I always
copy of the
needed.
room, or like a
The
model
whole
of
room is in the back.
No, no,
Backpack.
no, no. Free backpack and the room Blu-ray with purchase of any watch. Per
Oh,
customer.
how much does that watch?
Probably too much.
The stuff is actually not that expensive on the site, shockingly.
Regular price $50 on sale.
Man,
Or-
so $50. Tell me you get a autographed Tommy Wiseau watch, a
I think
backpack,
it just says Tommy
and
Wiseau.
and a Blu-ray copy of The Room.
Yeah.
It's not the worst deal.
That's what I was saying.
Like for
right?
somebody's white elephant, that's like a great gift. That's a great white elephant gift. Like
Oh,
a
yeah.
$50 white elephant.
Exactly.
Man, Chris, next year we're doing $50 white elephant. I'm definitely
No,
gonna
the
get
white
that.
elephant restriction. You can only buy stuff off the site. There's probably about like 50 products on here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, I like it.
I'm very confused on this site though. Oh, so if you want that, that's $60. If you want the backpack and the Blu-ray, but if you want some boxers, it's only $50. If you get a headshot too,
Autograph headshot
TW
too. Does he
headshot.
just throw that in with every order?
I'm
You just get
sure
an autograph
it's-
headshot.
Shot.
Oh,
All right, guys. I guess we're done. We'll see you guys next time.
No plugs for
I don't
your
know.
None.
email
Run
address.
the
I don't know. They know what it
plugs.
is. It's Facebook at
You can
Who Put
find
This
us on Twitter at Who Put This On.
There
You
you
can find
go.
us on Facebook at facebook.com/Who Put This On. You can email us at whoputthison@gmail.com. Please rate us on iTunes or wherever you find your podcast. It helps people find us.
Yeah, that's it.
I
Do
think
we need
that's
to
it.
do the ad for Blue Apron?
Oh yeah, and that no,
No.
they didn't call us up this week, unfortunately.
This podcast presented by Guy Apron. Cook all your Guy's American favorites easily at home with
Comes
Guy
with a-
Fieri.
Comes with a deep fat fryer.
And don't forget about ZipRecruiter.
Comes with a DVD of Guy Fieri teaching you how to make this food.
All right. See you guys next time.